today I'm going to show you such a simple and delicious way to make two amazing super spring keto sandwiches, and they're delicious. Honestly, they're so easy to make, and I hope that you guys like them. And just jump right into it. I'm going to leave all the measurements in the description and the link below, but it's so easy and you're gonna love it. So right now I'm gonna make the keto bread that we told you before that we got from the Headbangers Kitchen, and we'll leave the recipe below. I just want you to see how we make it, and it's the same thing except they use butter and I just used oil because I find it easier than having to like weigh out the butter and then melt it. It literally comes out the same, but right here I added some flavors. I added black pepper in here too. So right here is the measurements, and I'll leave everything down below, and if you don't have a scale I'll leave the measurements of that too in tablespoons. But I'm making a double recipe from the one that he gave us just so I can have some with like me and my mom. So this is just the eggs and the oil, and I just literally you add it and it's so easy. I'm pretty sure you could put this in the oven if you don't like cooking with the microwave. We just put it in the microwave because that's how his recipe is, and it's so much easier than having to put it in the oven. And you can add cheese in this too a little bit if you want. Sometimes we add cheddar, but we're not doing it this time. And we are literally just mixing it until it's combined.
Sometimes I like to add garlic.
There's garlic in here.
Oh, oops.
Yeah. Oh, there's the garlic in here. No, but it's going to be really good. You don't have to add garlic if you don't want to. The recipe that he made was like super simple and it didn't have anything like that. But there's garlic in here and black pepper. I mean, there's garlic powder. It's not like raw garlic. And you just put it into a container that's safe for the microwave if you're going to cook it in the microwave. And remember that this thing is going to rise. Like, it's going to rise a good amount. It's going to get pretty big. And that's it. We're going to microwave it for about 2 minutes just because it's double recipe. And then you can tell when it's ready. You can take it out, put a little fork or a skewer through it. And if it comes out with still like wet batter, it's not ready, and put it back in for like another 30 seconds. So we just took it out of the microwave and it's still like ridiculously hot. You can see the smoke, but this is how it is, and I'm going to slice it this way just to make it bigger. If you have a container that's longer, that would be perfect, but since the only thing that we have that's microwavable, like microwave safe, is this guy, we're just going to cut it like that. Now it'll be little sandwiches, but I'm going to make 3, so we're going to be completely fine with smaller sandwiches. So with the bread knife, you can cut it. It depends on how many people you're making this for. Since this is just going to be for me and my mom, I cut that little container into 4 pieces. And this is not a bread that you should make ahead. This isn't something that you can just store in the fridge, unfortunately, because it would be great. But you can't really make it for tomorrow. This is a bread that if you leave it there for too long, it kind of gets really hard, and I'm not that crazy about it. So right now, this is the butter that we get. In keto, you do use a lot of fat. I mean, we don't try to eat this entire thing in one day, but we do cook with it in a good amount. So this is 1 pound, and I'm just going to open it and take off a little piece because I'm going to cook the mushrooms with this. This is the first sandwich. It's going to be chicken mushroom with onion, cilantro, a little bit of garlic, and of course butter. And we're going to spread mayo on the bread and then just layer it with some spinach. And I'll show you that. Literally, I'm just going to put this to cook right now. Take up a little piece, saute the onions first, add the mushrooms. The chicken we cooked already in a pressure cooker, and we shredded it. And we just put in garlic, a bay leaf, and salt. And we're going to add some seasoning to it. I'll show you. It's completely up to you how you want to season it, if you even want to season it. You don't have to. But we like our food a little bit more spicy and have definitely like a rich taste to it, so I'll show you that in a second. So I just added in the butter, and we're gonna let that get nice and melted, and then I'm gonna add in my onions. And we're not trying to caramelize it, you know the drill already. We just want to sweat it so it can release some of its flavors. And then I'm gonna add in the cilantro, and you guys know if you ever cook with mushrooms, it honestly takes like 2 minutes. So if you already have like the chicken pre-cooked, this sandwich is honestly under 5 minutes. If you want to do it like a leftovers night from the previous night, or really fast like beach sandwich, if you make the bread an hour before you go, not the next day. But the chicken totally could be made the next day, and I guess the mushrooms too, if you just let them chill together. And we're just gonna let that cook. This is gonna take such a little time. And then I'm gonna add in the chicken that we're gonna use. We're going to add a little bit more garlic because I love garlic. We're going to add in some cayenne pepper. And if you eat tomatoes, this would be a time to put it in if you wanted to cook with it and make it a little bit more of a Mexican style. You can do that. It's really delicious. We have some sun-dried tomatoes. My mom is most likely not going to eat it, but I love sun-dried tomatoes, so I'm going to put some in my sandwich. But you don't have to if you are like a super strict keto follower. I know that you don't really cook with that. And I'm not going to add the entirety of this chicken because it's a lot. But I'm going to add in enough for me and my mom. Because the sandwich isn't, you saw those little sandwiches, they're not that giant. But if you want to make the bread bigger and make like a whole hearty sandwich, then you get just the normal loaf pan. I mean, we have a loaf pan, but I did not feel like preheating the oven and putting that in the oven. Microwave it is, and a couple sandwiches. I guess like little slider sandwiches, pretty much. So we're just going to let that cook. If you think that it needs more butter, please put in some more. I think this can go for a little bit more. So I'm going to add a little more. Not the entire thing. Some cayenne pepper. Google it. Cayenne pepper is so good for you. And it gives beautiful color and taste to your food. I'm going to add some garlic. That's some raw garlic that I cooked with before. Just add some powder. And we buy, I mean not everything, but we get a good amount of stuff in bulk from a restaurant supply store. And not everybody can go there, but if you know somebody or if you know how to get that, I totally recommend it because then you can get a lot of stuff in bulk. You can get your oils in bulk. Unfortunately, most places don't really have specialty flours, which would be awesome to buy some almond flour with it, but you really can't. The chicken is very salted. I don't think that the mushrooms need any just because I don't want to make it too salty. The butter's not unsalted. So that's pretty much how we're just going to do this. And we're going to let that cook for a tiny bit more. You can see the mushrooms are still a little raw. Literally like another 30 seconds. Not anything crazy. And if you hear my doggy, he's literally right here. Maybe you can see him because he's giant. But he's such a good boy. And that's it. If you want to add more stuff to it, you can. If you want to do like black pepper or coriander, you can. But this is it for me because I'm going to add more stuff to it. I'm going to add the spinach and mayonnaise and maybe some sriracha to my sandwich and tomatoes. But that's it. It's so simple and it's really delicious. If you like mushrooms, like my family really loves and appreciates mushrooms, so this is perfect for us. So I am literally just putting on mayo. Of course you can make it. It's so easy. It's way tastier if you make it. But I did not have time to make it, and maybe we could do a video of that if you guys want to learn how to make mayo. It's so easy. That was like the first thing that I learned how to make in culinary school was mayonnaise. But it's super fun. And right now I'm just going to add in spinach leaves. Add as much as you like. I love spinach. Like, it's so much better for you than just lettuce, which doesn't really have that much vitamins and stuff to it.
I hear you little toes. So
you can hear my dog's feet. Little baby feet. And add the filling. Okay, add as much as you want. I mean, I don't want it to be like huge that I can't grab it. I'm a very messy eater, so I don't need it to be 10 times harder to eat. And that's it. You just sandwich your little bread. If you want to add some sriracha to it, if you like spicy, I already added the cayenne, so it's not like not spicy. I'm definitely gonna add some sriracha to mine. But that's it. This is your sandwich. And I've seen people, I've actually never tried it, so maybe I could try it later and then experiment with it and tell you how it goes. But in restaurants, when they get that sandwich to have like a really pretty golden color, it's because they put mayonnaise on the side and they put it to a really hot pan and they press it. So I don't know if almond bread can do that. I'm going to try it maybe later. If it doesn't come out nice, then I won't make a video talking about it. But if you want to have some fun experimenting in the kitchen and send me pictures and like email me like, oh my god, it totally worked, that'd be great. But just a thought. And I'm going to start on the second sandwich, which is tuna. So this is a super simple sandwich that my mom used to make. I mean, not completely entirely like this, but we used to have a lot of tuna fish sandwiches when we would travel. And just because it's so easy to make, literally you could just do it in the car. So it's just a can of tuna fish. Use whatever can of tuna fish brand that you like the most. I added mayonnaise, salt, and a little bit of the raw garlic that we like made we didn't grow it ourselves, but we food process it ourselves. But if you have like ground garlic, that's perfect. You don't need to add garlic if you don't want to. I just like the flavor of it. And if you don't like mayonnaise, you could totally use sour cream, but mayonnaise is like our favorite. So this is ready. Literally, this is such a simple travel or picnic, or really like your friends came over, you have no idea what to make them in 2 seconds, or if you're feeling lazy after work, because it takes honestly like 4 seconds. And I know a lot of people, it's actually genetically proven that a lot of people don't like cilantro. It tastes like soap to them. So if you are one of those people that hate cilantro, do not add it. You got parsley or dill would be really good in this, like a nice fresh taste. And I'm super excited for the spring and summer, so I'm already dressed like it, even though New York is still freezing. But this is a great summer and spring sandwich. And honestly, that's it. And we're gonna slice up the lettuce for the sandwich and avocado. Take off the pieces that are ugly because we had such an ugly piece. And I'm just gonna cut this into that it can fit there. If you make your sandwich bigger, of course, you don't need to cut it so small that like this that we are. But we're just doing it into little shreds like this. And then I'm gonna cut this piece also. And I mean, I'm not gonna cut it by hand or everything, but you just cut that in half so it can fit the little sandwiches. I'm not gonna mayonnaise it just because this is already so moist. If this was drier, you could totally could, or I guess you could also put like olive oil, like good olive oil would be nice on it, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna put this bad boy first. Actually, no, I lied. I'm gonna put this guy on first so it can stick to it better. Honestly, I'm just being picky. You don't have to do it like that. I'm overthinking it just for the pictures. And you put this guy on it. You don't need to put all the lettuce that I cut because these sandwiches are little. And slice avocado. If you want, you could put lemon on it. I'm most likely going to put some lemon on mine just because I like the taste of avocado and lemon together. But you don't have to. Make it fit. And that's it. You're going to sandwich it. And honestly, it's such a simple, delicious, super spring idea sandwiches. And we're going to eat it. It's going to be great. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you make it and it comes out great for you. If you experiment with it, you try to change the recipe a little, please tag me in pictures or just comment on the video saying this was amazing. I actually added this, this, and this, or I took out this, this, and this, and I loved it. And that would be so nice. I love you guys. I hope that you have an amazing entry to spring, and bye. Okay, so I just cut it in half so you don't see me make a complete fool of myself. But this is the chicken one. I haven't added tomatoes yet just because I don't know if it needs it. But let's see. I haven't eaten in front of the camera yet. It's actually really good. I'm probably going to put more hot sauce on it, but I like it. And hopefully you guys like it. I'm eating and talking with my mouth full, I'm sorry. But I hope you like it, I really do. I already started eating it, so I already know what's good. I mean, this is such a simple sandwich, and it's not as messy as that one. So if you're on the road, this is perfect. And I love it. And I hope you guys love it too. It's so simple, but it's not that messy. And it's so healthy. But I love you guys, enjoy it. Bye.